students, welcome to today's section. Do you remember the things which we discussed so far? Let's do a recap. Okay, which was the chief occupation of medieval period? Yes, agriculture. Very good. Land was given as wages to the officers in medieval period. During Sultanate period, what was it known as? Yes, Ikta. And in Mughal period? Jagadari. Very good. Those who said the wrong answer, please read your textbook also. Okay. Which were the commodities that attracted the traders to India? Indian spices, textiles, leather, gems, sandal, metals, pearl, ivory, etc. Well said. Different foreigners engaged in trade with India: the Chinese, Arabs, Portuguese, Dutch, English, and French. Next, we discussed about trade centers: Dhaka, Paitan, Kanchipuram, Urayur, Madura, etc. And also about karkhanas and other occupational groups like embroiderers, goldsmith, dyers, and cobblers. Okay, all of you remember all these things. Very nice. So, today we will discuss about the last part of this unit. This is a description from the textbook wrote by Tavernier, the French traveler during Mughal period. From this description, we get the information that during Mughal period, social and economic inequalities existed among the people. Let us see what they are. Social status were determined on the basis of caste, occupation, and wealth. Kings, lords, priests, officers, etc. enjoyed the higher status in the society, and the lower strata was given to agriculture and handicrafts people. Each caste had its own customs and rituals, and evil customs like the sati and child marriage prevailed during medieval period. Next, Amir Khusrau, the poet who lived during the Sultanate period, wrote a description about India's achievement in learning. From this description, we get the information that Indians can speak any language, but it is difficult for others to master our language. Indians do not go abroad in search of knowledge. It is the people from other countries who came to India. Chess, the Panchatantra stories, and mathematics are the contributions of India to the world. Have you heard about Nalanda University? Yes, you have studied it in the 5th standard, about the famous educational center. Several educational centers existed in medieval India as well. Students from different parts of the world came to these centers in search of knowledge. The educational centers in Benares, Agra, Lahore, Kanchi, Madura, and Delhi were remarkable among them. Astronomy and mathematics advanced during the period. Leelavati by Bhaskaracharya was a famous work in mathematics. Leelavati by Bhaskaracharya. Observatories were established in Jaipur, Delhi, Ujjain, and Banaras. Several texts were translated to Persian. So, today we discussed about the socio-economic conditions and the advancement of learning during the medieval period. Hope all of you understood this whole chapter. See you in the next class. Take care.